So when I try to remember what the most beautiful moments in my life were, it always seems to me that it's in relation to some people, you know? It's always connected to somebody I love, a good memory we share. Obviously, some memories of beautiful moments are um, where I'm alone, but oftentimes, mostly, the most memorable and beautiful memories I have are of people I'm with, you know? And that is the topic of today's video. Life is about relationship with yourself, which is ultimately relationship with everything else. The way you treat yourself, the way you love others. This is basically how things seem to work. At least that is what I have found. The more love you give yourself, the more loving relationships you will experience. The more love you give to others, the more love you will receive. And I myself sometimes can be a little alone. We all do. But that's not to invalidate it. Alone time is very, very important to reflect and to grow. But when it all comes down to it, other people, in a way, they are you. They are part of you. Everybody is part of you. And I myself, I just love people, you know. I wouldn't want to live without people. I mean, why? Why would I? Why would I? Why would you? Life is about relationship and relationship to everything. If you change, this is also with atoms. Atoms or quantums, probably more. I've heard or read, I don't know where this information came from, but if you have one atom and you change the other, so if you change one of those, the other one changes as well. If you change this one changes as well. And we work the same way. If you change yourself, everything else changes because the relationship has changed. You see? So, what can we learn from this? Or take from this? I would say, give more love to yourself. Love is always the answer. Everything, I've been thinking so much, and everything that really only matters is love, you know? It's just the love to people, for people, to love yourself, to yeah, just to love everything, unconditional love. I mean, this is really the point of life, to learn to be loved and learn to love, and then to experience that love, you know? We are love. If you meditate on that, you will find that that is true, because it is. We are love, you and I. It's just the nature of us. When we remember when we were kids, um, I had a good childhood, thankfully, but usually people in their childhood are just very uplifting. You know, they are just happy and that's what kids do, you know. They just love life because they don't have those limiting beliefs, and if those limiting beliefs are not there, then it's the pure essence of self, of yourself, and then the light will shine. We are the light, you know. We are the light of the world, and without us there wouldn't be any meaning. So life is about relationship to yourself and to others. And again, in a weird, not in a weird way, in a, it is basically the same. The way you relate to others is often the way you relate to yourself, because if you get angry at somebody, it only reflects, you know, it reflects back what you feel about yourself. Yesterday I had my spiritual teacher, one of my spiritual teachers, she talked about how she had a very nice day, and she met a woman at work or some other place, and that woman asked her why she was so sad the next day, you know. But she said that she wasn't sad at all, and so we can see it reflects back, you know. She wasn't sad, but the woman thought she was sad, and that was probably something in the woman. It didn't have to do anything with the spiritual teacher. So the way we relate to ourselves is the way we relate to others. And if we change the way we feel about ourselves, if we are more forgiving and more loving to us, to ourselves, we tend to be more forgiving and loving to others. So, the laundry. I gotta put that into the what is it called? Der Schrank. Google that word. German to English, Schrank. Yeah. Where was I? Right. Relationship. Ultimately, what we can take from this is to be more loving to others and more loving to ourselves. That is what it's all about, you know. Being just in love with life, and in love with everybody. We as humanity, we tend to be so rigid sometimes. I myself included at times, very rarely in the last few months, but we can all get there together, and we tend to be so rigid. People, especially in Germany, are like, no, I don't want you to have that, because they are jealous, and they don't they feel the lack within themselves, and some people are just, they haven't found it yet. They have not found the love within themselves yet, and they just have to remember. And we can help them. If you watch these kinds of videos, we can help those people by just being an example, not by telling them how to be, but by showing them that it's all right to be happy, that it's all right to give. If we give them compassion, they will inevitably realize that that is a better way of living, you know. So relationship, that is what it's all about. Sometimes I feel like I'm an atom, you know. It's weird if you want to think about that. Sometimes I feel like an atom that attracts, that's just in a in a stream of other atoms, you know. Just it just We're just energy, you know. We just repel and attract other energies, and as above so below. So energy attracts and repels, and it's like magnets as well. Some magnets repel and some attract, you know. If you have two magnets, they may come together or they may repel, but you know that that's just basically middle school or first grade, something like that. But that is the way we work as well, you know. Everything is in relation. That's a good thing as well. Everything is in a relation to other things. You see, I am in relation to the air around me. I cannot see it, but it's here. My hair is in relation to my head. Nothing is separate. You see, I am not separate of this. It may look like it. It's the illusion, but really there is no separation at all. So give love. That's always what I gotta say. Just give love. Be more loving. And I love you. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you next time. Love you.